This is the new Dunlop SX300 Tour 2025. I was really excited to try it. So, how did it play? Well, there's only one way to find out. Here we go. What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video. So SX300 Tour, let's jump right into it. So this Dunlop, maybe you guys already know, it is a 98 square inch racket, just like its predecessor, the previous version. And for this one, Dunlop also widened the beam at 3 and 9 o'clock on the head of the racket to increase the torsional stability. Vibro Shield technology was also introduced, guys, which is basically a dampening material that is positioned like in the shaft and in the head to eliminate vibration. Dunlop also updated its Spin Boost XT grommets, which were previously used in the 2022 model, but for this one, they have been widened in the yoke, so just above the shaft, to basically increase string movement. So for me, at the baseline, overall, I'd say it was a pretty smooth hitting session, if I could say. I think that this SX300 Tour has a lot of like easy power, like effortless, really. I felt like all my shots, if I hit in a sweet spot, it felt like a cushion. I know that I say that a lot, except it's the first image that comes to my mind when I'm trying to describe like a feeling or a sensation. I did notice that it launches pretty easy, meaning that sometimes it feels like you have literally a cannon in your arm. I know that was one of the things that I didn't like about the previous model, but for this one, it's not as bad. So the SX300 Tour, it's very smooth so far. As soon as you hit it in the sweet zone, which in that case it's around like here for me, it's like a pillow feeling. It launches pretty easily, if I should say, but I'll keep hitting. So yeah, it's definitely something that I did struggle with at first, controlling its power, but after hitting with it a little bit more, it got better. So if we take a look at the specs, guys, so as you can see, compared to the 2022 model, there are two slight differences, which is the swing weight and the stiffness. The swing weight is a little bit lower and the stiffness is a little bit higher. For me, for my game, I always tend to gravitate towards more of a stiffer racket, because I just feel like overall I get like a better feeling. The ball shoots out the string bed quicker. So that's just a personal opinion, guys. And for that playtest, I strung it with Dunlop Explosive Spin at 52 pounds. So I did notice that when hitting my forehand cross court, that sometimes if I was late, I didn't feel like it would compensate that much. Obviously that goes for a lot of racket, but for this one, I always felt like my racket was closing by itself, if that makes sense. On the forehand side, again, for some reason, if you're a little bit late, the racket has a tendency to drop, or I should say like the face closes itself, maybe because of the weight or maybe because it's just me, but I'll try some more. So yeah, I hope that the explanation was clear, guys, but it's just something that I wanted to share with you. I was thinking that maybe like a different string or a little bit of customization would definitely help the situation. If I had to put, let's say, lead tape, I would probably put it at 12 o'clock because usually my sweet spot is higher, and I feel like it would balance this racket well. Maybe a bigger grip size would help too. So these are just little things that I would personally do, but feel free to experiment with anything you want, guys. I do have to say that it actually gotten better as I was hitting with it more and more. I personally would give a slight edge to the SX300 regular on the ground stroke. Personally, that's just me. But if you are a player that likes to go through the ball, you would really enjoy this one. even though the SX line is a spin line, I didn't find any trouble going through the ball with any of those rackets.
For the back inside, again, if it's in the sweet spot, it's wonderful. The thing is, it has a tendency, I mean, for the face to close down a little bit too much for my liking. Maybe it's the extra weight or just my swing, but this is what I noticed so far. So.
At the net, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not gonna spoil too much the moment. This was one of the best racket that I've tried in months. I mean, I like everything about it. Even though the swing weight is a little bit lower, like I previously mentioned, I didn't feel that I got pushed around at all. It also helps that it is more maneuverable, but punching volleys, redirecting them, absorbing fast incoming shots, even drop shot, it was great all around. I think that this racket being stiffer definitely helps in that department, because to me, the ball shoots out of the string bed way more quicker. So again, if you do not like a stiff racket, this one might not be adequate for you. But if you definitely enjoy one of them, guys, this racket at the net, 2 thumbs up for me.
For the volley, extremely stable at the net. If it's in the sweet spot, it's a done deal. On the forehand, like on the backhand, I'm impressed. Very, very buttery feeling.
So if you're a doubles players, give this racket a try, guys. On serve, because of its maneuverability, I felt like I could accelerate faster on first serve, and I still felt like I had enough weight to generate pop. Like this racket cuts through hair like a knife through butter, basically. And because at heart it is a spin racket, hitting kick serve with it was literally effortless. Some might say that because the previous version, the swing weight was actually higher, that it was easier to generate more spin, which is understandable, or more power. But for myself, guys, I didn't feel like I was missing anything with this racket. So there you have it.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope everything in there was helpful to you. If it did, feel free to give me a like. It helps the channel to grow. If you have any questions or comment, make sure to let me know in the comment section. It will be my pleasure answering them. Till next time, guys. And remember, you got this.